biostatistical considerations. What tests you're going to use. Again, the sample size. To what power? What are your pass-fail criteria? There's a division of bioresearch monitoring called BIMO. And what they do is they actually do on-site inspections.
I have heard stories of devices where the fact that like a little O-ring needed to be replaced every 3 months wasn't taken into the account in the design. And so when the technician needed to come in and replace that, the entire the entire device had to be taken off the floor.
For the scalpel, as I said, the error is that you take the cap off incorrectly and expose your hand to it. What's the hazard? The hazard is that there's a sharp edge. What's the harm? The harm is that you could cut yourself. So you're taking your U-step, you're taking the failure mode in a different column, and another column you're defining the hazard for that step.
Let's say you want to conduct a clinical study with an investigational device that is a transcranial magnetic stimulator and it emits low energy.
Some folks might even look at the quadruple aim. The quadruple aim adds the fourth element of physician burnout. It's nice to be able to find one that hits the same stakeholders, right? That impacts the same stakeholders, potentially with a similar patient population.
A inpatient hospital coder takes all the different codes and information they have available and uses that to connect into the correct DRG to bill to the payer. Let's say there are 12 sort of hospital visits that are bundled up under the same DRG. There could be 10 different surgeries that are covered underneath there. When you come along with your new technology, and let's say you're bundled into DRG 50, and the reimbursement, let's say for DRG 50 is $15,000. But your new device costs $15,000.
We've got a worksheet which will actually help you build your investable team plan as you go.
Yeah, and like you said, regulatory pathways are usually very complex, and many investors, they don't have a lot of experience with medical device regulatory pathways. The entrepreneur should not just only understand a little bit, they have to understand the details of it and know exactly where they're going, and then be able to clearly, succinctly explain it to the investors. Here's exactly the regulatory pathway, and here's how it's going to be achieved.
If you have a $400 million fund, the venture capitalist has to invest that in 3 or 4 years, and then spend the remaining 2 or 3 years trying to sell the portfolio companies and get his money back. And by the return the fund rule, one successful company will return the entire $400 million.
And what we're looking for is a logic flow that ultimately, as you go from slide to slide, getting that right level to demonstrate that you really know what you're talking without going down the rabbit hole of science too far.